Hey everyone, welcome back to Native English Podcast. I am Sarah.
And I am John. Hello, our dear listeners. I am very excited about today's episode.
Before we begin, a quick request. If this podcast is helping you build your English speaking confidence, please subscribe and share it with friends and family who are also on their English learning journey.
Yes, because learning together makes everything easier and honestly a lot more fun. And today's topic is very special.
Exactly. Today's topic is one of those things that learners say, I understand it, but I do not understand it.
Yes, I have heard that so many times. You get it in your head, but it does not come out naturally when you speak.
Right. So today we are going to look at have been and have had, two forms that sound almost the same but work very differently.
And by the end of this episode, you will not just understand the difference, you will actually use both forms naturally in real conversation.
That is the goal. Okay, let us start slowly and simply.
Good idea. I'm ready.
Listen carefully to these two sentences. I have been tired all day. I have had a long day.
They both sound similar. They both feel like they belong together, but they are doing different things.
Exactly. That is the confusion, and that is what we are solving today. Let us start with have been.
Okay, what is have been exactly?
Have been comes from have plus been. Been is the past participle of the verb to be.
So it's part of the present perfect tense.
Yes, and what does it do? It describes a state or a condition, something that started in the past and is still true or still felt right now.
Can you give an example?
I have been tired all day. That means the tiredness started this morning and is still there right now as I speak.
So the condition is still present. It did not just happen and end, it is lingering.
Exactly. Let us try a few more. I have been busy this week.
She has been happy lately.
They have been quiet today.
So have been is used with feelings and states and conditions, things you feel or experience as an ongoing situation.
That is exactly right. A very important point to hold on to. Now let's move to have had.
Okay, this one sounds a little strange when you first hear it because it uses have twice.
Yes, it does sound a bit like your tongue is doing a trick, have had. But let's break it down. It's have plus had, and had is the past participle of the verb to have.
So it's also present perfect.
Yes, both are present perfect, but have had means you possessed or experienced something in the past, and that experience is connected to how things are right now.
Example?
I have had a long day. The long day happened. It is mostly done, but I'm still feeling the result of it right now.
So the experience explains my current state. I feel exhausted because I have had a long day.
Perfectly said. Let us try more examples. She has had many opportunities.
I have had a headache since this morning.
They have had a great time on their trip.
So have had is about experiences or things you possessed, not the feelings themselves, but the things that caused or surrounded those feelings.
Yes, that is the key difference. And let me see if I can put it simply.
Go ahead.
Have been equals state or feeling. Have had equals experience or possession.
Wow, when you say it like that, it actually becomes very clear very quickly.
Haha, right? Now let's compare them directly, side by side. Have been tired.
That means your condition is tiredness. You are in a tired state.
Have had a long day.
That explains why you are tired. It gives the reason behind the state.
So we can connect them beautifully. I have had a long day, so I have been really tired.
Oh wow, that sentence does two things at once. It explains the experience and describes the state it caused.
Exactly, and that's real natural English. Let's make it even more conversational now.
All right, I like real conversation practice.
Okay, hey John, how are you today?
Honestly, I have been very busy today.
Oh really? What has been going on?
I have had a lot of back-to-back meetings and a tight deadline.
That sounds exhausting. I hope you get some rest tonight.
Me too.
See how natural that was? Have been busy to describe the state of being busy, have had a long day to describe the experience of the meetings.
And it didn't feel like grammar at all. It just felt like two people talking.
Haha, that's exactly the goal. Grammar should disappear into communication. Now, John, I want to check your understanding. Can you put the difference in your own words?
Let me try. Have been is how I feel, or what state I am in. Have had is what I experienced or what I possessed, and both are connected to the present moment somehow.
That is a perfect explanation. Seriously, well done.
Thank you. I had a good teacher.
Okay, now let's get into a very common mistake that learners make. This is important.
Yes, please. Mistakes are where the real learning happens.
Some learners say, I have been a good day.
That does sound wrong, but why exactly?
Because been comes from the verb to be, so it needs a subject like it or the day. The correct sentence is, it has been a good day.
Ah, so we cannot say I have been a good day because I'm a person, not a day.
Yes, exactly. You are not a day, John. Another common mistake, I have been a lot of work.
I have been a lot of work. Yes, that also sounds off.
It should be, I have had a lot of work, because work is something you experience or possess. It's not a state you are in.
So been is strictly for states and conditions, not for things or experiences.
That's the rule. And once you hold that rule clearly in your mind, so many confusing sentences suddenly become easy to correct.
Let me ask something a little tricky.
Go ahead.
Can we say I have been having a busy day?
Oh, good question. Yes, we actually can say that.
Really? What does it mean?
It means the busy experience is actively continuing as we speak. It's a continuous structure, so it emphasizes duration more than have had does.
So, I have had a busy day is more like reflecting on the experience, but I have been having a busy day sounds like it is still fully happening right now.
Exactly. Very well understood. But for learners who are building their foundation, focus on have been and have had first. Get those solid before adding the continuous layer.
Agreed. Walk before you run, or in this case, speak simply before you speak sophisticatedly.
Yes. Okay, let's do a slightly longer real-life conversation now, something you might actually say to a friend or colleague.
All right, hit me.
Hey John, how have you been lately?
Honestly, I have been really good. I have been working on some new personal goals, which has kept me focused and energized.
That's great. Have you had any challenges along the way?
Yes, I have had a few difficulties, especially with managing my time, but I have been staying positive and just taking it one step at a time.
I love that mindset.
Now, let's break that conversation down quickly.
I have been really good. State.
I have been working on goals, ongoing action, or state.
I have had a few difficulties. Experience.
I have been staying positive, ongoing state.
And it all flowed completely naturally without sounding forced or overthought.
That's what happens when you understand the function of the words, not just the form.
Exactly. Now let's try a health situation because this comes up in conversation all the time.
Oh yes, especially these days when everyone is very aware of their health and well-being.
Right. Hey, are you okay? You look a little off.
Yeah. I have been feeling under the weather for a couple of days now.
Oh no, have you had a chance to see a doctor?
Yes, I have had a checkup and everything looks okay. I've just been resting and drinking a lot of water.
Good. Rest is so important. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. I have been trying to slow down and not push myself too hard.
See how naturally both forms appeared in that conversation? Have been feeling and have been resting to show ongoing states, have had a checkup to show the specific experience.
Yes, and it didn't feel like grammar at all. It felt like genuine concern between two people.
Exactly. Now I want to give a very important piece of advice directly to our listeners.
Please do.
Do not try to translate directly from your own language into English when you use these forms. That's where the confusion usually comes from.
Yes, because in many languages there's no exact equivalent, so you end up guessing or freezing mid-sentence.
Instead, train yourself to think in English directly. Feeling or state, reach for have been. Experience or possession, reach for have had.
Simple triggers. State trigger, have been. Experience trigger, have had.
That's your fast mental shortcut. Now let's use a travel example because travel content is everywhere these days, and it's such a common topic for using these forms.
Yes, travel vlogs, travel podcasts, travel reels, everyone is sharing their journeys these days.
So true. Okay, try this. Talk about a travel experience using both forms.
All right, I have been traveling quite a lot this month, actually. I have had some really amazing experiences, like visiting a small coastal village I had never known about before. The food, the people, the views, I have been truly loving every moment of it, even though it has been tiring at times.
Wow, that was so natural and smooth. Let's highlight the forms. I have been traveling, ongoing action. I have had some amazing experiences, specific things that happened. I have been truly loving, ongoing state of feeling.
And it did not sound like I was repeating grammar rules. It sounded like someone honestly sharing their life.
That is fluency. That is what we are building here. Okay, John, can we try a tricky one? Something that surprises learners sometimes?
Yes, please. The tricky ones are the most helpful.
What about this sentence? I have had been waiting for hours. Is that correct?
No, something about that feels wrong.
You are right. It is incorrect. Learners sometimes mix the two forms together out of confusion. It should be either I have been waiting for hours, which shows the ongoing action, or I have had a very long wait, which describes the experience.
So you cannot combine have had and been like that. They serve different roles and do not go together.
Exactly. And the way to always check yourself is to ask one simple question. Am I describing something ongoing or something completed and experienced?
Ongoing, have been, completed or experienced, have had. If I keep that question in my mind while I speak, I will almost always get it right.
Almost always. And the times you do not get it exactly right, people will still understand you completely. Communication first, perfection later.
That takes so much pressure away. Thank you for saying that.
Okay, let us do one final long example for fluency, something that really shows both forms working nicely together over a longer answer.
Go ahead. I will listen carefully.
Over the past few months, I have been learning English more seriously than ever before. I have been practicing speaking every single day, and I have been listening to podcasts during my commute and while I cook. I have had some real challenges along the way, like understanding certain grammar points that just did not make sense at first. But I have had great support from online communities and from podcasts like this one. And I have been improving steadily, which honestly makes me feel really proud of myself.
Wow, if that was truly beautiful and so real, it sounds like something a person would actually say, not like a textbook example.
That is the goal. And notice how the two forms each had their job. Have been for the ongoing states and actions, have had for the specific experiences and support received.
Learners should try writing something like that about their own English journey, their own version, in their own words.
Yes, that is such great advice, John. Writing your own experience using both forms and then reading it aloud is one of the most powerful practice techniques.
Because you're practicing grammar, vocabulary, writing, and speaking all at the same time. That is very efficient, especially for people who are busy and do not have hours to study.
Exactly. Even 10 or 15 minutes a day using have been and have had in your own sentences will show real results within a month.
I genuinely believe that. Consistency always beats intensity when it comes to language learning.
That is such a good point. A little every day builds something that a big cramming session once a week simply cannot.
Okay, let us bring everything together with a simple summary before we say goodbye today.
Perfect. Number 1, use have been for ongoing states, feelings, and continuing actions. I have been tired. I have been working. I have been happy recently.
Number 2, use have had for specific experiences, things you owned or completed situations connected to now. I have had a long day. I have had many challenges. I have had a great time.
Number 3, use both together naturally in your conversations. One will often explain or relate to the other.
Number 4, do not translate. Think in English. Ask yourself state or experience, then choose your form.
And number 5, practice daily. Write your experiences, read them aloud, speak them to a friend or even to yourself. Confidence builds through repetition in real situations.
That is a clear and beautiful summary, Sarah.
Thank you. And to our listeners, please do not stress about getting this perfect right away. Fluency grows over time. Every conversation, every sentence, every small practice session is building something.
Also, don't forget to check the pinned comment for extra tips and practice ideas to help you improve faster, and subscribe to our channel for more episodes like this.
You are doing better than you think. The fact that you're here, listening, engaging, learning, that already puts you ahead. Keep going, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next episode, where we'll be covering some very useful phrasal verbs that come up often in everyday English.
You do not want to miss that one. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.